ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph Novichkov, Senior Trading Manager with GDM. Today's outlook, firstly, we're going to start with the Asian markets. They were mixed on Thursday, pushing for a breather after oil prices extended declines. As we can see, Chinese markets are rather mixed today, with the Shanghai Composite closing up just about 3.6 points, or about 0.1% to 3208.67, while the Shenzhen Composite fell about, as we can see, about 8 points down, about 0.38% in the negative territory at 2116.85. The Nikkei, however, was a little changed at 17862.60, recovering from earlier losses of nearly 0.4%. The Japanese benchmark index had been up nearly 10% since November 9. As we already saw earlier in the session, the Bank of Japan announced it would buy 10-year Japanese government bonds in order to keep yields around 0% and, of course, cap short-term rates. This was the central bank's first bond operation since September, when, of course, it adopted a new policy framework targeting 10-year Japanese government bond yields. The dollar, of course, rose slightly after the announcement versus the yen at 109.30 after the BOJ operation was announced, pulling up from an intraday low of about 108.55 yen. On Wednesday, it reached a 5.5-month high of 109.75 yen. And of course, right now we can see that it's slightly down at 108.91, or about 0.02%. European stocks were lower Thursday morning as trades pushed for a breather, with, of course, the US bond yields pulling back and the dollar came off the 13.5-year high. The pan-European STOXX 600 index, we can see, is slightly down 0.12%, or about 0.4 to the point. And of course, bourses pointing in different directions. We can see the FTSE 100 is up 6.7 points, or about 0.1%, with the DAX down about 21.25 points, or about 0.2% in the negative territory. The euro inched slightly higher versus the dollar, as we can see from the boards, about 0.24% to about 107.18, after slipping as low as 1.0666 on Wednesday. That was its lowest level since early December last year. The dollar remained underpinned by, of course, the expectations that the Fed is on track to hike rates later this year. It might have to take further action, of course, next year as well. As we can see, the sterling is also slightly higher versus the dollar at 1.2448, basically little changed at 12 pips higher, 0.09%. Gold was steady in early European trade on Thursday after the rally in the US dollar, which of course saw the currency to its highest in nearly 14 years against a basket of major currencies. Gold was steady right now, up about 0.36% at $1228.22 at the moment, $4.42. Crude oil futures initially, they dropped on Thursday after official inventory report indicated a larger than expected build in US crude stocks. We can see that it's slightly higher at the moment at 45.70 a barrel, at about 0.35%, or about 13 cents higher, as 5.3 million barrels build is what we saw in the previous session, increase of a 1.5 million barrels expected, with the West Texas Intermediate steady right now on the sidelines. In the calendar today, we are expecting the ECB Monetary Policy meeting at 10 a.m. and of course at 1500, Fed Yellen will have a speech. That's all from the most important of today. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.